past summer, after moving to Colorado, a group of my close friends came out to visit, which if you're an OG viewer of the channel, you may recognize some of these guys, with our goal to be to go out and camp and take film photos. Because I live so close to Rocky Mountain National Park and most of these guys had never been there, it felt like an appropriate place to start. All equipped with a different film camera, we were bound to get some good shots in this beautiful place. Venturing up the old Fall River Road, a narrow dirt road established in 1914 that takes you up to the Continental Divide and the tallest, most accessible area in the park. Rocky Mountain National Park is over 250,000 acres and is set in the center of the Rocky Mountain Range, so safe to say it's quite a remarkably magical area.
Craziest shot of the water rushing through with the elk like looking at me.
That next morning, we got up, scarfed down some breakfast, and got rolling in pursuit of some film photography. So it was actually quite overcast this day, so we decided to head into Estes Park and bum around the city after grabbing a bite to eat. It's pretty touristy and they have a lot of interesting shops, like a beef jerky store, which we didn't really partake in. We also took Johnny to a sword shop and fulfilled a dream of his, I guess. From there we headed back into the park to claim our camp spot and get ready for a 4 a.m. wake up that next morning to capture some glowing mountains on film. We actually decided collectively as a group to head down to this little valley, which was like probably 2 miles from our campsite, and take some sunset photos there before we called it a night. After some much needed dinner, we crawled in bed in anticipation for the 4 a.m. wake up. Before we get to that next morning and ultimately some of the best shots, let's hear a word from our sponsor. As a full-time marketing manager and content creator, I spend a lot of time at my desk. On top of this winter, I'm trying to chip away at my huge archive of film, and Flexispot has been a huge help. With both their adjustable standing tables as well as their ergonomic chair, it's a really helpful way to change up my workspace, helping keep things fresh throughout the workday. I know my back is especially thankful for the time spent out of my old office chair. The Flexispot Black Friday sale is now up, which is up to 65% off. You also have the chance to win free orders during this period. Use my code YTE750 to get an extra $50 off the E7 standing desk. Buy more, save more, and the price now is the same as Black Friday. Don't miss the chance. Thank you, Flexispot. We We hit the Dream Lake Trail at about 4:30 a.m. Thankfully before the trail had gotten busy, which on our way back down, we couldn't say the same. At this point, we headed back to the car and bummed around Fort Collins until sunset that night. We went to a local reservoir called Horsetooth Reservoir, which is pretty beautiful and only like 10 minutes from my house, which is really nice. At this point, we headed back to the car, and Colin wanted to finish up some final tripod shots. Thankfully, I had this K&F carbon fiber tripod. I really like this for hiking or just to keep in the truck, as it's super light but still sturdy. Even with Colin's Pentax 6.7, it held up well without any shakes or any problems. From here, we had one last dinner together, and then the boys parted ways for their early drive home that next morning. 16 hours is tough regardless of how you dish it out. That being said, there were a handful of photos that didn't make the initial edit, but I still wanted to include them, so I'm going to toss those in here. Well, that pretty much wraps up this summer adventure. We shot on 6 different cameras and shot about 20 rolls in a 3-day span. And thankfully the weather was kind to us and we were able to get, honestly, a good amount of interesting shots, I thought. A good variety of both landscapes, some portraits, some animal shots, and some lifestyle shots too. Sadly, Johnny had an issue with his camera and most of his rolls didn't come out, which is quite a bummer because I think he has quite a unique shooting style in general, especially compared to the rest of us. With winter quickly approaching, it's nice to be able to enjoy these summer moments with friends, especially after uprooting my whole life and moving to Colorado alone. I'm excited to see what adventures I can get up to this winter, as it seems like each day we get closer and closer to it. Otherwise, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Let me know down in the comments which photos you liked best, as well as which camera you'd be most interested to shoot out of our lineup of cameras. Otherwise, I think that'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, stay safe, stay shooting. Adios.